Cooper from carlycoopercoaching.com, where I teach you how to get shift done. And on today's episode of Get the Scoop, I want to share a story with you. Something happened to me a couple of days ago, and it was so frustrating in the moment. And then, of course, I found the silver lining and the lessons, and I wanted to share it with you. So a couple of days ago, I had to drop off some tax stuff to our accountants, and they moved locations. And I know that my husband told me where it was, but I was, thinking of other things, and I have a navigation system that I just figured, I'll just plug in the address and it'll get me there. So of course I plug in the address and I do it really quickly, and it's always been very accurate. So I get in my car and I'm driving and I'm driving and I'm driving and I'm thinking, this doesn't feel right. I know that he gave me a rough idea of where this new office was, and I seem to be going in the opposite direction, but I'm just gonna keep going. And sure enough, it was completely in the opposite direction. I was about a half an hour away from where I needed to be. Plus, I had a physio appointment that I needed to get to. So I was already stressed out, because the thing that stresses me out the most is being late. And I was clearly going to be late, and I was lost. I just had no idea where I was. So my first instinct was to call my husband and not necessarily blame him, but I was frustrated and I wanted to vent, and I wanted to just, have him sympathize with me. And so I called him and he was like, I don't know where you are. How did you get there? And I was just so frustrated. I was like, I'll just figure it out. And, of course, I asked my angels to guide me, and I was just like, show me the way. It took me an hour and a half, which could have taken me and should have taken me 15 minutes. So I called my physio, canceled that. I was just completely frazzled and frustrated. And anyway, so immediately those were my reactions: frustrated, stressed out, anxious, panicked, wanting to blame, wanting to feel victimized, and all of that kind of stuff. Feel familiar for stuff that happens in your life, right? And then once I was able to just sort of decompress and reevaluate, I started to look at the situation differently. I took personal responsibility for the fact that I should have been more mindful. And when I was typing in the address, I should have checked the city and made sure that it was right. I could have listened more to my husband when he told me initially where it was. And then I thought of something that was really a great reminder to me. I had read some article a while back when 9/11 happened, and it was all about the people who worked in those Twin Towers but were late for work that day, and they survived. And so I started to think, it just reminded me of this. And I was thinking, okay, for whatever reason, the universe did not want me to go to my physio appointment or to be in that direction. It sent me in a total opposite direction. And instead of feeling frustrated about that, I started to thank it. And it might be, I never heard of a crash that happened. I don't know if there was something that would have been tragic for me. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I just started to look at the situation differently. And so I want you to look at those little frustrations when we get caught up in the smallness and the littleness, and we sweat the small stuff. And I want you to start to look at it differently. So instead of blaming others and feeling frustrated and having it set off your entire day, look at it differently. Because it's not so much what happens to us, but it's how we manage what happens to us. I want you to tweet that, because it's so important. Stuff's going to happen to us all the time that we don't like and we can't control. And instead of flying off the rails about it, look at it differently. How can you thank it? What can you learn from it? Just be thankful that you're here and you weren't there because for whatever reason, you weren't meant to be there. So that's my little lesson for today. If you like this video, please like it, please share it. Come on over to carlycoopercoaching.com, comment there, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and reach out to me. set up a complimentary Get Shift Done strategy session where I will help you get shift done in your life and your business, to look at things in a different way and just really be thankful for every moment that you have and do your best to make the most of it. All right, that's all for now. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.